What's going on, amazing people? My name is Jacob Polo, and I'm going to catch up where I left off yesterday, having a conversation about true love and twin flames. This is, I feel, a very hot topic, considering the disgust and disdain for, like, this fake world of spiritualism and all this nonsense, and wannabe life coaches or success coaches. It's just relationship, all this nonsense, basically, and it's pretty disgusting. I don't really get involved with stuff, but when it's in the world of self-help and in the world of helping people and their lives are at stake, stop trying to make a living selling your propaganda so that you can project a certain way of having your shit together, and try and negate your responsibilities of your own inner, self-worth and self-wealth. And this is what, as a professional life coach, as a professional counselor, therapist, and as a literal spiritual guru for the last 20 years, who's done it all, lived it all, done the monks, done it all, my champions, I can walk in faith and absolutely tell you without a shadow of doubt, stop trying to seek pleasure and comfortability. And this is what everyone's trying to sell you with to get rich, with every single nonsense band-aid material, and the people latch on to a certain thing, or I'm spiritual, or I'm yoga, or da-da-da-da, and we could digress into what this whole yogi thing, and it's yoga was never developed for anything to do with the physical. It was never about flexibility of that. It was to separate man from ego by putting themselves in pain and not running from it. And the neuroscience term of that is 100% on the money. And I'll always revert back to my experience as an intellect with neuroscience, and as my basis for my spiritual and guru and my enlightenment mastery of divinity. I'll always revert back to what's understandable in science. This whole seeking pleasure and trying to feel better, you're negating, I don't want to feel like a worthless piece of shit. You're not chasing happiness, you're actually running from the problem, which is, and that is that you are uncomfortable in a storm, and so you run from the storm, and you want the storm to be removed, instead of no longer being affected by the storm, and you're not fluctuatable, or your self-worth is not dependent upon anything external, I'm this relationship, or I'm this physical thing, or I'm this job, or I'm this money, or I'm this house, or I'm what I own, or what I can get. No, you're third part removed from consciousness. You're third part removed. If you're sitting over here and is a creation of man, you're so far removed from source, divinity, God, the universe. What man creates is worthless. Number one, worthless. Number two, if you're the self-value and self-identity and self-worth and what's my passion, all this nonsense, start asking purpose. Start asking destiny. Not what inspires you, not what anything like that. And there's this beautiful saying that I say, is stop going to God saying, God, give me this, or God, remove this. Go to God and say, thank you, first and foremost. And number two, what can I do for you? And until you can come at it at that high divinity level of service, and not to do and give to get, but that you are the source of creation, you're the walking angel, you're the God of divinity that creates more of itself and prospers, and it made in the image and likeness of you, and thus everything you do and create will be the same. So my thing really comes back to that, is stop trying to get away from the storm. Instead, as Bruce Lee says, don't ask for an easy life, ask for the ability to endure a hard life. And so anybody that's selling you pleasure, a removal, or anything like that, it's bullshit. Be the God. Sit with it and not be affected by it, and it will be changed. Not externally, things changing you, but internally you are connected to source energy, and you change the world. So, just saying, peace out.